I know, it's crazy. All right.
How would you describe season 2? Is it a game changer overall, or what is
Yeah,
it?
I think the first season of the show was about the epidemiology of people turning into vampires, and people like, no, they can't be turning into vampires. That's not possible. The second season, everybody's pretty aware that these vampires exist, and now the question is, what are we going to do about it? And the second season really explores the different ways that our main characters confront this vampire apocalypse, whether it's Corey Stoll and Mia Maestro's character trying to use their knowledge of epidemiology to engineer a way to kill the vampires off, or David Bradley, who takes a more mythological approach and is trying to hunt down the Acetolumen, this mysterious book that may or may not hold the key to how to kill the Master and the vampires, to Fett and Gus, who are just trying to kill as many vampires as possible.
What can you tell us about the Ancients?
The Ancients are, really interesting. They are obviously, very old and very powerful, and it's clear that there was some sort of rift in which led to the Master sort of separating away from them. And the really interesting story is how much can one trust the Ancients? Because right now the Ancients are sort of allied with some of our human characters to try to stop this vampire apocalypse, but then again, they are vampires themselves too, so maybe not the most trustworthy people.
Are there other new characters you can tease?
Yeah, Samantha Mathis comes on the show this year, and she plays a councilwoman from Staten Island named Justine Feraldo, who basically takes matters into her own hands and basically manages to get all the vampires out of Staten Island, which leads to people really wanting to promote her. And I think what's interesting is the idea that in a crisis, people will kind of abrogate their rights to someone who may have totalitarian instincts if they believe that person is going to provide them with safety. And so the show's sort of exploring that moral issue, and we're watching the arc of this character who's really, her intention is just to do good, but finds herself actually getting increasingly more and more power and finds herself in conflict with other characters as she does.
Is it hard to balance all these characters that you have going and make sure that you're covering each one enough?
Yes.
Or still connected to them?
It is. I mean, although I had a similar problem on Lost, so I am kind of used to, we had 16 series regulars on Lost. So, one of the things that you do is you start to learn to juggle, not to try to do service every character in every show. It's not possible. So I think like Lost, the show is, their characters kind of step forward for an episode and then maybe recede into the background. And I think it's the only way to not feel like it's just too diluted, to be trying to service everybody in every episode.
Thank you very much.
I'm going to do one more, though. One more.